President for Digital Services and Chief Information Officer, Office of Technology and Digital Services, American University of Nigeria.
Yes, if you join, you share extensively. We're going to start this show in exactly 3 minutes. Okay, thank you guys very much. When you join, you share extensively so that we can get this show running. Today is a special day because we are preparing the march tomorrow. We're preparing the telecast in the conference here in the United States, and I'm pleased to tell all of you that God is great, and that we probably will be saying a lot of things here today, because as a matter of fact, as you are all aware, we have we have noticed that the movement and the fight for the Southern Cameroon's independence, drive has now been authenticated. The authenticity is actually something that I was, taking, unawares. Yesterday was a huge day for the movement. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you join, you share extensively. We'll start talking when we have at least 500 persons watching live. And of course, we're going to play a little bit of Botanical some more. So when you join, I want to say special welcome to all of you who will be coming to Washington, D.C., to the DMV area. This is my area. This is where things will be happening. And so for all those of you who will be coming here, I want to say that a big welcome to all of you. I will be picking up the Akosins in a couple of minutes. The Akosins are on their way. They just confirmed to me. Akosin Raymond and wife Akosin Pauline Diale and their child. They will be coming to DC. We'll be welcoming them. We also welcome Comrade Cho Ayaba to Washington, DC. He's already here. Of course, we're welcoming everybody because it's a big match for us. And don't forget, it is a very excellent thing. I've been off social media the last hour. I'm just talking about Akosin, and I'm having a call from Akosin. Let's get this call on speaker for the Akosins. Let's get them on. Hello?
Yes.
Hey, bro, you've arrived?
We are about getting to
Okay, yeah, I was just on the live show. I know you're not following because you've been driving, and I was just telling the audience that you and your wife, you're coming in. So I'm going to pick you guys in the next couple of minutes once I'm done doing this. So like saying 45 minutes, just let me know when you reach. I'm going to drive over there to pick you guys.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, thank you very much, Akosin Raymond and wife. You guys are welcome to Washington, D.C. This is the spirit, and I want to thank the Akosins for their contribution, for their sacrifice. I want to thank Amber News. Amber News has been doing a very great job, and of course, we are up as a people. We are strong in our diversity, and that is why a lot of people will be shocked that a couple of things are going to be happening here in Washington, D.C. Thank you, the Akosins. Ladies and gentlemen, when you join, you share extensively, because that is your right. We'll start this show officially, when we have everybody coming up. So don't forget, thank you so very much. I am seeing a lot of people who are writing a lot of garbage here on social media about FBI and Eric TATAW and the FBI claims. I'm going to explain a lot of things. And, it only shows you your maximum level of stupidity and ignorance to think that somebody will come on Facebook to lie about the FBI. That doesn't happen nowhere in the world, because the FBI knows everything. When you write FBI on your browser, they already know you've written the word FBI. So we're not bothered about all those people who do not understand and who are shocked that El TATAW after all could be called up by the FBI. Who likes to go to the FBI? The FBI is not a good place to go to. But so once you're there, you got to tell them what you got to tell them. And this is me, a free man living in the United States. There are a lot of things we're going to be discussing today. So please, if you join, you share extensively. Let's bring everybody on board, because today is a special show for me, for the people of Southern Cameroons. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who, of course, are very fervent followers, because this is the spirit. And I was just going to get a couple of things shared here before we will start the show officially. We are 8 minutes already into the show, and I crave your indulgence, ladies and gentlemen, to bring everybody on board so that we can get all of this straightened up. All right, thank you once more. A special thank you to Ellie Smith, who has been on the ground trying to uncover stuffs and very diabolic plans concerning my person and the rest of Southern Cameroons. I think that we are at the crossroads of our movement. I want to thank you all watching from Texas, those of you watching from Russia, wherever you're watching from. We thank you all. God is great, and that is why our revolution is on track. We continuously thank everybody who will be coming to Washington, D.C. This is my plea. One of the reasons why I have stayed off social media, and I said I was not going to respond to anybody writing things or saying things in my name or calling my name in the audio, because I'm concentrating as one of the hosts who will be receiving a lot of people here in Washington, D.C. I want to be sure that I try to keep it down and make sure that everybody's okay. Otherwise, you know what I could have done, because I am very, very strong when it comes to replying people. But of course, I've looked around and I see that most of the people writing my names on their walls, they are fake profiles. There are people who are inconsequential, people who are insignificant, people, yeah, when I say insignificant, very grossly insignificant. They have no say, they have no move. There is nothing they can actually do to push this movement ahead. And the only thing they can do is to bring conspiracy theories every now and then. So ladies and gentlemen, once you join, please share extensively and let's bring everybody on board, okay? This is the idea. We are going to be streaming this live show. The Washington DC match is Eric TATAW, not as Eric TATAW, but as National Telegraph, because I think the FBI has given me another phase in the movement. They've made me to understand the phase in which Southern Cameroons now is. As I'm speaking to you, I know the FBI is watching me. I know Agent Morrison will be watching me, and the other FBI people who follow my page here in the United States. It's a rare privilege. Of course, I told many people many months ago that we don't have to underestimate what we do as activists, because the world is watching us, and this is the power of the social media. That is why Facebook can actually take down some pages, take down stuff on your wall, because they know, of course, that you have the strength and you have all what it takes. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all. Please join, bring in everybody, invite everybody, and of course let's get on the show, because this is one important show for me today. All Southern Cameroonians will be watching on Gang Zero. I want to thank you for your support, for everything you do. You know, God is great and efficiently. God is awesome. And I want to say today that this is a very crucial show. I will start the main matter explaining the trip to Facebook, to FBI, and issues on Facebook. And of course, we'll also be talking about the United Nations General Assembly and the tomato/Garri strategy. So we're going to be activating all of those, because it's very important, it's crucial for me. And I think that I owe the people of Southern Cameroon the responsibility to educate them on a lot of things that are going on, to say that it is not because it's Eric TATAW, it's just some very special inspiration from God. And I want to thank you all, guys. We'll start this show in the next 1 minute, and exactly 1 minute I'll be starting the show thereabouts. So please keep bringing it on. Let's get everything done the right way, because this is what we want. This is the spirit of the Ambazonian movement. And so in the next couple of minutes, we're almost reaching 500 persons, and so we're going to start this show just about the time. And so thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. We will, of course, continuously pray for the liberation of homeland, because that is what's entailed. And we thought that as frontline activists, we could bring you a lot of goodwill messages. I want to seize the opportunity to thank my friend and brother Mark Barita, to thank Kemi Ashu also, to thank the Akosons, to thank Ashu Kingsley, and all activists who have supported me through these very trying moments. It's not been easy for me, but I thank God, because, you know, He only gave me another step to preach self-defense endlessly, like I told a lot of, just a minute. Of course, I'm just trying to follow a couple of things here on my page to ensure that everything is okay. 5 on 5. I think we're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please bring it on. Anybody who is coming on live, make sure you invite everybody. We're going to start the show in the next couple of minutes, like I just said. And I see a lot of people making I don't get this stuff. This is very funny. This is so funny. All right. Thank you all. Thank you all for your support. Please bring it on. Bring everybody on. We're kicking on. We're kicking on the show. That is the spirit of the Ambazonian movement. And I want once more, thank you, Mark Barita. You've been outstanding. You've been a great guy. You've earned tremendous respect, you know, because you're one very, very great person. And I owe you all the respect, because you've shown Ambazonian that you are indeed a fighter for this movement. And that is why I owe you my respect. I'll continuously say this. And no matter what is going to happen, I have said to myself that there will be no need replying to a couple of people. So we're going to go straight to the show. In the meantime, I'll leave you on a couple of this music for just a minute before I'll be back. It's a special dedication to Sisikwayo Cabejelius. Please, if you join, you click on like. You invite everybody. Let them come on board. You know, we have a lot of things to say today. Okay, let's get this on. Okay, today I'm going to start this show with the UN stuff, and then I'll come to my trip at the, to the FBI. And so I want you all to know that what remains significant is our devotion, is what we want and exactly how we want it. So I thank you all. I first of all seize this opportunity by extending heartfelt condolences to the people of Ghana. You know, I'm sure the interim government, of course, is already preparing something big for Kofi Annan. We all got this news. It's very sad, and everybody's concerned about the people of Ghana and this great diplomat who's now gone to the world beyond. We thank God that he lived a very wonderful life, and of course we are praying very, very, very seriously for the people of Ghana to understand that at this time the people of Southern Cameroons are with them. And of course I want to talk about the 73rd session of the United Nations General Assembly that's going to kick off here in the United States in New York from the 18th of September. I'm going to talk about that, and there's this strategy that I call the Garri and the tomato strategy. So when you come, you invite everybody so that we can get everybody on this show on the Garri and tomato strategy, or the tomato and the Garri strategy with regards to the United Nations General Assembly that is coming up on the 18th of September 2018, 18th of September 2018. So we're going to ensure that we bring everybody on deck, and this is going to be a very winning strategy for us, because you have to understand exactly how the things work. And let me just a minute. Okay, I'm going to get this on straight up. Okay, so I think we have a considerable number of people watching now. This is almost 500. So you know, the United Nations General Assembly will be coming up in New York on the 18th of September 2018. And so when I talk, what do I mean by the Garri or the tomato / Garri strategy? This strategy is a very big strategy, because this is what's going to call media attention in New York. So what we are going to do, what I propose that we do, is that all Ambazonians, when you're coming to New York, you know, you have to come. I'm starting to preach this because today is exactly the 18th, and so it's 1 month away. So that's why I decided to do this special show talking about the Garri and tomato. Please click on like, click on invite, and then begin to type there is genocide in Southern Cameroon, because the FBI is watching this show, so they need to know that there is genocide in Southern Cameroons. And I will tell you a couple of things that I said at the FBI. And I want to tell this guy who's saying that I should stop threatening people that I will continuously stay on the rhetoric, because that is what is right for our people. The people of Southern Cameroons, they deserve better than all what is going on. And I want to say that without fear or favor, please, any one of you watching this show, type there is genocide in Southern Cameroon like 2 billion times. Put all the shares, all the likes, because the FBI will be following this. This is a very serious issue. Yesterday, I was called right up to the FBI office, an official invitation. The FBI came to my former addresses. Since 3 days ago, they've been looking for me. They didn't get me because, as I said, I'm smoke. Even the FBI could not get me directly at my address, and they had to go through my phone number. And I summoned I presented myself at their office personally, and I talked with them. I want to thank my wife, my pregnant wife, who, despite very pregnant, she had to accompany me to the FBI, and I put down the case of Southern Cameroons. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for your support, for everything you do. Keep typing there is genocide in Southern Cameroon. Name some of the villages that have been burned down. This is an opportunity for us to send our message clear and wide to the international community. Now, while you're doing that, you keep inviting people and liking the post so that the FBI is going to get the impression. I want to tell Agent Morrison and the entire FBI team that we are free people, like I told them yesterday on record, on audio-visual record and on writing, that Southern Cameroon is at war, and I've been preaching self-defense to my people. it will appear to me that not only Mr. Bia is reporting me to the FBI, but some Southern Cameroonians are doing the same. They have reported me, even Southern Cameroonians are doing the same. But it was an opportunity for me to prove to the world that Southern Cameroon remains an independent country. Now, about the tomato and Garri strategy, I want you to quote me anywhere. My name is Eric TATAW. I'm going to say this without fear or favor because that is the right thing to do. Now, on the 18th of September, 2018, all heads of states, the United Nations General Assembly will open in New York. And what do I mean by the tomato and Garri strategy? Even your shoes, bring socks, you know, stuffy stuff, bring them all, put them in wrappers and bring them to the General Assembly. I'll be there in New York. And so we will stand at the gates where all these head of states will be entering, and we're going to target Mr. Bia and all his ministers, and we're also going to target the United Nations Secretary General. How are we going to do it? We are going to begin to throw tomatoes on them, throw Garri on them. They should get into the hall very soaked and dirty. So please get it very clean and clear. Get it very clean and clear. This is the strategy we're going to do. My name is Eric TATAW. I want you to quote me anywhere, and I want you to take some more of these videos to the FBI. I am saying that on the 18th, any Southern Cameroonian that will come there should have Garri in Rapun and tomatoes, very stuffy tomatoes. And of course, let us know this. We will be targeting these politicians from La République du Cameroon who have been killing our people. We're going to throw them, this smelling stuff, all this dirty stuff is going to be poured on them. Let me shift this chair a little bit behind. So, like I was saying, we must know this as a fact, that La République du Cameroon does not understand that America, the United States of America, is a state of law. And on the 18th of September, which is exactly a month from today, please, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, you have to bring to the gathering at New York tomatoes, Garri, any foodstuff that you can get. Once you get them, of course, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be for a fact. You make sure that, let me just get this straight, the message coming in. Let me look at somebody trying to write me here. So once you get this, you make sure that at that General Assembly, we'll be looking at where Mr. Bia is going to. We'll be looking at where all the La République ministers are passing through. Of course, rotten eggs. You bring eggs along. Thank you very much, my friend from the UK. You bring all this stuff. Please, everybody who is watching, share extensively. Bring everybody on board and share as many times as possible so that people can begin to watch. Okay, so once you're there at the United soft ones, very soft stuff. Bring soft stuffs at the UN General Assembly. We have to disgrace Mr. Bia. That's an opportunity for the international media to ask us, why are you throwing tomatoes on these people? Because they are killing our people. So everybody, before you come to United States, if you have time from outside or if you fly from any state of the United States of America to New York on the 18th, do not forget tomatoes, Garri, egg, all of them rotten and bad. That is what we're going to do because it's legal, it's our right. I've told many people that one of the things I will do in this movement is to do extensive research on what can get you implicated and what cannot get you implicated. We're going to throw those things and we're going to be proud that we've done them. Now, I intend to make this show very brief. All of you who are watching, do not forget, tomorrow's event will be streamed live on National Telegraph official page. So once you're there, you're going to be catching it live. If you are not yet, of course, if you are not yet on that page, you have to go click like and follow so that you can get all of the events tomorrow. Now, let me go to my event at the FBI yesterday. You know, for 3 days, the FBI has been looking for me. Of course, you bring ketchup as well. So you bring all this stuff. Bring somebody says what type of things. Bring anything that is allowed by law. You go online, you're going to check all of those things. And of course, you make sure that you bring them, enough of them, so that people will know that we are determined to liberate ourselves. 18th of September is going to be another turning point. Keep typing, there is genocide in Southern Cameroon, and invite everybody to come on board. I think the viewership is excellent. Now, I have been very, very vigilant on social media because, first of all, I took it as a will to ensure that we keep a calm atmosphere, because if people are writing about Eric TATAW making audios and I'm coming to reply them, we'll have a chaotic place. And the truth is that I do things timely and according to how I want them done. So the difference between us is that we determine a lot of the communication here, and so that is why, well, I do not want to participate in the lyric talks that are going on social media. You know, you attack Eric TATAW, but one thing is clear, that my fight for Ambazonian remains genuine and remains outstanding, as much as I respect every other leader who, you know, is being on it to ensure that we get our country liberated. Now, 3 days ago, when I came to the United States, the first time, I had my address somewhere in Maryland, and then there was another address in Washington, D.C. And for the next time I came, I still stayed here. So the FBI has been following, as this movement started, the FBI started following a couple of things about me. And so they went to my address in somewhere around Garri Road. I can tell the address now because the FBI has that address, and I'm sure I'm 100% protected now ever than before, because I received an official invitation yesterday from the FBI. So they went 3 days ago. This is what happened. They went to that address. Yes, please, you type tomato, not tomato. Tomato, not tomato. Because, you know, one girl singular, you know, you got the stuff straight. So, when they went to the address, as I was told, one of my friends, that my long-term friend that we were in same meeting together, David Douala, who had not he had not contacted me for a while, called me and explained to me that the FBI was actually looking for me. They also met one of my brothers, who fortunately did not get to me, but got to some other person who knew me in White Oak, and told them that the FBI was looking for me. Then my uncle, my mother's kid brother, because this is an opportunity for me to tell the FBI, because I told a lot of things about myself to the FBI. My mother's kid brother, because basically almost a lot of people related to me, including my grandmom, they're here in the United States. So when they called my uncle, because where I live, my address where I live, you cannot trace it. Even the FBI could not trace my address where I live, because it is just there, and I was ready to present myself to any level. So when they called my uncle called me because my phone was dead. My uncle called me and finally got me, and they gave me the FBI's agent number. Before I could drop with my uncle, the agent was calling me, Agent Morrison of the FBI. He works with FBI Baltimore. It's located at 2600 Lawrence Drive, Baltimore. The FBI at Baltimore, that's the headquarters, because they invited me based on the jurisdiction. And you know, so when they invited me, they called me, and I told can we get this? All right, that's fine. So I told the FBI, the guy who called me saying that he's an agent of the FBI, this is exactly what happened. I told him that he cannot see me one-on-one because I'm not sure that he's the FBI. He said, no, he's FBI's Agent Morrison, and somebody says I should show an invitation. I'll be replying to some of these people. The FBI will not send you an invitation as a convocation that they do in Cameroon. They will come and look for you in your residence because they have all your addresses. So the problem is that I will reply a couple of these people technically in the course of this live show, but I will not reply individuals anyway. So when they called me, I told the agent that I'm not sure no, please, it's very important, because I'm sure that the FBI is following to get the coherence of what happened yesterday was recorded. both live and video. And we of course, no, Ayok is important. So when we got there, they called me up, and I want to tell you people exactly what happened. I'm giving you the basic info of what happened. So I told the FBI agent that I cannot come and meet anybody on the one-on-one incident because the government of La République du Cameroon, of course, has called on the FBI here to arrest people and has paid people to kill some activists, including me. And the agent told me he was genuine, and I said no. He will give me his badge number and everything that you know, can relate me or him to the FBI. When that was done, I finally suggested to him that I would prefer to meet him in a local police station around my area. And so we drove all along with my wife, and we arrived at the Prince George's County Police Station at Landover District 3. That is situated at Barrow Road, around Brightseed Road. I drove in there. Before I reached there, the FBI agent had been there waiting for me, and he called me several times. And I told him before I got there, I had to call the Baltimore office and the FBI office to do a background check of the FBI agent to be sure that he was indeed an FBI agent. And they finally told me that yes, Agent Morrison with that phone number is an FBI agent. And of course, we met. I finally drove with my wife, met them. They took me in at the Prince George's police station, Prince George's County Police Station, District 3 at Landover. I want to seize this opportunity. Why I say this, I want to seize the opportunity to thank the FBI and the American government for the way they treated me yesterday, with a lot of respect, with dignity, with you know, they showed me another side of the law. And I want to tell the government of Cameroon, Mr. Biya, that I'll be waiting for Mr. Biya in New York on the 18th, and I'll have the highest number of tomatoes and bags of Garri to ensure that we get it spilled all over them. Now, when I go to the FBI, to the office with the FBI agents, a police officer at Prince George's County, the Landover District 3 or so, took me in. It was a Nigerian woman who was at the receptionist. Who was at the reception. They took me in, and my wife was sitting in the car. Because the cameras are there, I'm trying to explain exactly what happened. And so when they took me in, I gave my phone. They took my phone. They checked out if I had guns, knives. They asked me if I had them. They wanted to record them because it was my right to own guns. Please bring everybody on, because keep typing there is genocide in Southern Cameroon. So when I got there, the Agent Morrison walked to me, greeted me, and introduced himself, showed his badge to me, and I also presented my ID card. This is my official US ID card. I am legally permitted to stay in this country. For those who don't know, because initially some people thought that I was going to show this, because I don't live in this address anymore. Nobody lives here who knows me. There are strange people who live here, so nobody lives here anymore. So this is my official US ID card, the state of Maryland, my driver's license, and my everything about me. So you could check here. You can see it, because this is the basic information that is on social media, it's everywhere. So I want to say that people who don't know, because the intention was that I should be repatriated and all of that. So when I got there, Agent Morrison showed me his badge number, and I also presented my ID card, my official US ID card, the state of Maryland, because I moved from Washington DC. I stay in Maryland. I work in Washington DC and in Virginia. So in fact, I work in the DMV area. So those are places I work. And I told the agent where I work and everything about me. And, you know, I just want to let La République du Cameroon know one thing about me, that I'm one man who is not afraid. So when they started questioning me, the first thing that the FBI agent asked me is that, can I imagine why they called me at the FBI office? I said I will not know exactly why they called me, but I want to think that it's related to social media and what the government of La République is writing, because I'm a journalist, I'm an activist, and of course, I know that it will be related to my social media outings. And it was shockingly, it was exactly that. You know, I told them that I am one activist amongst many activists. I named some of the activists, and they gave me the opportunity and asked me my consent to record me. They put me in an interview room, like what you see in the movies. I was put in there. They brought the recorder. They turned on everything, and then they started talking. So Once they gave me the opportunity to talk, I went straight to the point. I told them about the Southern Cameroon's independence movement. I started from 1961. I told them about Seseko Ayoktabe Julius. I told them about Manchum BBC and how he was arrested and asked to pay 200 million. I told them about over 60 villages burned down. I told them about 6,000 people already killed. I told the FBI about 120,000 refugees in Nigeria. I told the FBI about 2 million internally displaced Southern Cameroonians. I told the FBI about the crimes and human rights violations of Southern Cameroons. He gave me an opportunity. They reviewed the entire my phone. I showed them pictures of genocide. I showed them video of La Republic soldiers beating up people. I talked about a lot of things. It was a huge opportunity for the Southern Cameroon's independent movement yesterday. I told the FBI a lot of things, and in fact, for over close to 2 hours that we were there at the police station, about 2 hours or so, with my wife sitting there at the reception, you know, I told them a lot of things. So I asked them, when I brought in my wife to do a video stuff, they told me no, they're already recording. I'm going to request them to give me a video of what they did, but they told me it was standard procedure. They had to record me after my consent. And above all, I invited them to come to Washington, D.C. for the march, that we're going to march to appeal to President Trump to know our case. And of course, it's a well-known thing. The FBI seems to have a lot of information. I told them about Ellie Smith, that they should check on Ellie Smith's page. I told them about Barrister Nkungu Bala. I told them about Mark Barita. They took a screenshot of Ashu Kemi's Facebook page. I told them that they should have a review. Then they told me that, did I anytime say that they should burn stuff in the United States? I said no. They brought out a printed stuff for my Facebook page. They brought out a printed stuff for my Facebook page, showing me that this is what I wrote. I said yes. That was a disclaimer that I did. So I want to thank all of you people who have been faking my account. That the FBI is a very great place. It's a wonderful institution. And for those of you who have faked my account, you have helped us to put it out there, because you wrote things that somebody cannot write. And the FBI took those things and knew that there was need to investigate this journeyman. And after all of that, I discussed with them, and they said that, of course, anytime that they need me for questions, they are going to call me. And the FBI said it very clearly that this interview was not meant to keep me under custody. They hope that I was not I did not feel inconvenience in any way. I told them that no, I didn't feel no inconvenience, and that everything is okay. I'm happy that they called me. If they need more information about Southern Cameroons, I'm going to tell them. I told them about the 10 regions that formerly existed. I told them about the 2 English regions, my days in the university, when, you know, we're marginalized, and how people have been fighting to liberate the country. I told them about the lawyer strike that started as a lawyer strike. In fact, I told the FBI a lot of things on record yesterday. And I want to thank my wife, because he was really very proud of me. And it was I looked for this opportunity. And this is the most important part about what happened in the FBI office. They asked me that they went through my Yahoo Mail, went everything on my phone. God is a witness. And of course, I'm doing this show at FedEx Field, where I'm disclosing my location because I'm not scared. I'm talking here. I've taken permission for me to have excess protection. And yes, I was asking the FBI on what to do. And of course, I'm going to meet in Agent Morrison anytime, because I have his phone number and I have a lot of people that I know now, the FBI. So when the FBI asked me, this is the crux of the matter. This is the most important part. I want to now seize the opportunity to tell people on ground zero that I'm not going to turn down my voice. Mr. Biya will understand that Southern Cameroon is already free. Southern Cameroon is free. Yes. The FBI asked me if I've been preaching violence in Cameroon. I said no. No. I've not been preaching violence, Mr. FBI. I've been preaching self-defense. And they asked me what kind of self-defense. I told them clean and clear that according to the Second Amendment, I have told the people of Southern Cameroon to own weapons of any form to defend themselves. I told the FBI clean and clear that they have killed 6,000 people, and I've told the people of Southern Cameroon that they have the right to kill any soldier who wants to come and kill them. And I asked Agent Morrison and his partner that if you were the one and you're in your house and people want to come and kill you, will you sit and watch them? The agent said no. I said good. And that's what I've been preaching. And I'm not going to slow down because it is my right to tell our people how to defend themselves. And people who don't know, my name is Garri, call me anywhere. I'm going to stay in this country and I'll come back to Cameroon, in southern Cameroon. I'll fly either in Bisongabang or in Boya or in the Bafut airport. Don't be scared. No southern Cameroonian will ever be repatriated. Not in the US. Mark Barretta, I give you the courage. Kemi Ashu, I give you the courage. Akosin Pauline Diale, Ashu Kingsley, Akosin Raymond, Mary Bessem, Kuku Da Blains, Bella Franklin, Capo Daniel, Prince J.K., all activists, Dr. David Makongo, everybody who's an activist, Dr. Cho Lucas, Dr. Sako, Dr. Kwanga Ebenezer, all Southern Cameroonians, this is the time. Let me tell us something. There is no way we can relent because Mr. B has failed. And I want to tell you, quote me anywhere. Do not hesitate. You have the right to own weapons. You have the right to defend yourselves. They have killed 6,000 people. You cannot fold your arms. There is no way. Let me tell you. I don't have time for blackmails on social media. I only say what is right. And if the FBI called me, it is their right. It is my privilege. And I took the opportunity to school them on the issue in Southern Cameroon. Let me say this. I have to put this chair behind. For those who don't know, this independence is non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable.